Vikings. In goal, wearing number 25, a sophomore from Illinois, Teresa Weiss. Number 5, a senior from Palatine, Illinois, Maddie Bennett. Number 6, a freshman from Kalmar, Sweden, Noah Thompson. Number 8, a senior from Elton, Illinois, Sam Moreno. Number 9, a sophomore from Florida, Sweden, Clara Wernbo. Number 10, a junior from Chicago, Illinois, Danielle Vasquez. Number 13, a junior from Denver, Colorado, Jamie Gordon. Number 15, a sophomore from Chicago, Illinois, Cynthia Gonzalez. Number 20, a sophomore from Streamwood, Illinois.
Sorry about that.
Alexandra Bonilla.
Got stuck in major traffic.
Number 28, a sophomore from Ridgefield, Washington, Amanda Stay. And number 29, a junior from Chicago, Illinois, Lorena Soria. And now the starting lineup for your Wheaton College Thunder. In goal, wearing number 0, a sophomore from Tulsa, Oklahoma, Lauren Ketchum. Number 3, a junior from Moreland, Ohio, Carney Blake. Number 4, a junior from Stowe, Ohio, Sarah Tomich. Number 10, a freshman from Franklin, Tennessee, Molly Thorne. Number 13, a junior from Geneva, Illinois, Izzy McNally. Number 14, a senior from Santa Barbara, California, Bailey Wolf. Number 15, a junior from Falls Church, Virginia, Isabel Oliver. Number 16, a sophomore from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Sarah Bucky. Number 17, a freshman from Sparta, New Jersey, Tori Sealand. Number 18, a freshman from Wheaton, Illinois, Sophia Lindquist. And number 20, a sophomore from Parker, Colorado, Jensen Ellis. Wheaton is coached by Pete Felsky, assisted by Cesar Gomez and Sarah Gadera. At this time, we ask that you please rise, and gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome to the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. This is John Mark Mills here with Don Crowder for the what will be the final game of the regular season for the Wheaton Thunder, a matchup against the 3-14 North Park Vikings. And this as it's a cold day here on what is senior day for the Wheaton Thunder. As I said, playing North Park Vikings here in the final game of the regular season, and yet another CCIW conference matchup.
Yeah, John Mark, this is going to be a really fun game to watch tonight as the Thunder look to close out their season here at home versus the Vikings. Wheaton, of course, number 7 ranked in the nation with a record of 15-1-1. They're undefeated in the conference right now. North Park 3-14 on the season. They have not won a game in the conference so far. And you did mention, John Mark, tonight is senior night for these girls here for the Thunder. We have 3 seniors on the team this year for the Thunder: Sarah Gencarella, Bailey Wolf, and Sammy Nishiyama, and they will get honored at halftime. So make sure you stick around here for halftime for them to get honored as well. But we, of course, here appreciate the sacrifices that they have made over the years here for this Wheaton team.
Yep, and the Wheaton Thunder currently on a 8-game win streak, going all the way back to the tie at U of Chicago. They have not lost since the 18th of September, actually. So coming in hot today. Meanwhile, the As the game kicks off here, it'll be the Vikings gaining control of the ball early. The ball goes back to McNally there, played into the center of the field. Controlled by the Thunder. McNally plays it here to the sideline. Cutting towards the middle is number 20, Ellis. Goes back to the center for Carney Blake. Blake plays it to the sideline. Picked up and moved forward by the Thunder. Nice little step by, but it goes right back to the Vikings. Vikings pick it up and clear down the sideline and out of play.
Yeah, and even early on, we're seeing the Thunder start to control this game. They're coming into this with a specific game plan in mind. We know the records of these two teams, but that doesn't mean that they're going to take the Vikings lightly. They want to make sure they close out the season with a really good home win.
Wolf to McNally. McNally into the center field, plays it to Ellis. Ellis on the side. Cuts to the left. Ball is poked away from her, and the Vikings regain control and are able to clear it out of danger down the sideline. Number 9, Kerry Wernbo there for the Vikings. Not able to gain control of it. The ball thrown back in to Wolf. Wolf plays it to center field. A little too far for Blake, who's able to pick it up once again. Ball played once again across to Tomic. Tomic now moving up. Plays it into center field for Blake. Blake to the sideline. Played ahead. Probing down this, trying to get some offense generated here. Stopped a little bit, but is able to regain control. Ball goes back to Blake. Across to McNally. McNally now with the ball. Plays it in for Oliver. Oliver battling. Is able to get it over to Ellis. Ellis on the side of the box. Pokes it forward, but just too far, and it'll roll out of play.
Yeah, that was a nice play there from Oliver, getting that chip ball through to Ellis, but like you said, too much of a heavy touch. Not something that we're used to seeing from a player of Ellis's quality, but North Park will collect here for the goal kick.
That'll be, looks like it will not be Weiss, the goalkeeper, taking the kick here. Ball played to center field for Wernbo. Played to number 15, Gonzalez. Back to Wernbo. Stops with the ball, has a man cutting through the middle, but pass goes too far and is collected and played back to Ketchum. Down the sideline now for Wheaton attacker. Played pass goes too far, goes right to a Viking player, but stops in and goes back to Wheaton. Wheaton tries to step forward but can't. Battle here in the middle as it's Bailey Wolf with the ball. Wolf trying to get it. Stepping up there is Tomic. Tomic plays it ahead. Ball, however, rolled out of play, and it'll go for a Vikings throw-in.
North Park doing a really great job keeping their formation right now. They haven't done too much getting forward, but Wheaton seemingly unable to break down this 4-4-2 that the Vikings have going on.
Turnover there by the Vikings. It'll go back to the Thunder. Thrown into Lindquist, Sophia Lindquist. Ball pops into the air. Tries to knock it down, but it's taken away by Soria. Now stepping up with it are the Thunder. Ball played off the back of Tomic into the middle for Oliver. Oliver just can't get the header down. Ellis now rushing for the ball. Is able to win this ball. Now stepping with on this sideline, 1-on-2. Some nice moves. Clears into the center of the box. Played right to Oliver. Oliver is stopped there. And the ball is cleared out of danger, but it goes right to Wolf. Wolf tries to find Oliver, but the ball rolls through and out of play.
Yeah, what a great save there from the goalkeeper here for North Park, Teresa Weiss. We're going to see on this replay Ellis freeing herself up with some space, and Oliver seemingly unreachable there. But just that shot excellently blocked there from the goalkeeper for the Vikings.
Vikings look to play this out of their defensive zone. Plays it towards midfield in the direction of Gonzalez, but goes too far. Now it's McNally picking up the ball. McNally has Ellis on this sideline. Will stop and play it towards the center for Blake. Blake now plays it up to Baki. But now it's turnover here for Wheaton. Pressing up are the Vikings, but the ball is taken away once again. Pass contested there, but McNally's able to step up and gain control of that ball. Plays it to Ellis on this sideline. Once again with space. Defended there closely. Ball goes back to Wolf. Wolf now to Blake. Blake, with a nice move, is able to get away from her defender. Moves it to the far side of the field. Now the cross goes into the center of the box. Oliver looking for it, but Weiss is able to handle that one.
Yeah, we're going to see this ball come right in here from Tori Sealand. She's going to drive it in a little bit higher than maybe she would have liked. And Oliver almost in the right spot. This is the type of game that you expect Oliver to thrive in. She always is really great at creating shots off of chances like that.
Ball rolls out of play. It'll be Thunder throw-in. Blake plays it back. Ball will go across to McNally. McNally and Ellis syncing up a lot here on the early stages of this game. As Ellis looks to press forward, finds Oliver into open space. Oliver cuts towards the middle, clears it into the box for a shot from Thorne, but it'll go just over the top of the goal.
Yeah, freshman here, Molly Thorne, she's going to get into a great spot as we have Oliver sprinting down the sideline. Beautiful ball in right to Thorne's feet, but it's going to bounce right before it hits her. That's a tough shot for any striker to convert.
Gordon will take this kick from the top of the box for the Vikings. Sends it towards the middle of the field. It'll go for a header there into the air for the Thunder, and it's Blake controlling. Ball played back by Wolf. Stepping forward is Sealand into the middle of the field. Nice little feed through to Thorne. Thorne can't control it, but it'll go back in the center field for the Vikings. It's number 9, Wormbo with the ball. He's able to play it ahead. And then the shot comes in, blocked, deflected there. And Wolf will play the ball up to Blake. Blake to Baki. Baki looking for Lindquist, but it'll go out of play. Excuse me, Molly Thorne there on the sideline, and the ball will roll out of play.
And Baki leading this team in assists with 10. Obviously is expected to create a lot of the chances right there. And certainly on the wing here for Wheaton in this type of game where they're struggling to break down North Park's formation, they're going to really need to utilize her and Jensen Ellis on the wings to create some of that space. And we've already seen them do that a couple times, and it's only a matter of time until they convert.
Blake with a nice feed up to Oliver here. Oliver on the sideline is able to get past 2 of her defenders, play it to Thorne for the shot, and another save by Weiss there to keep this at 0-0.
Yeah, let's see here on the replay. Oliver is just going to use her strength and her skill with the ball right now. She's going to hold off 2 of her defenders and go inside, and she's going to play it to Molly Thorne, who's going to take this with her right foot. That's kind of an awkward shot as she had to wrap around it. Couldn't really get too much of an angle there.
Wernbo contesting that ball. It'll go back to McNally. McNally fakes the pass and is able to step up ahead. Nice cruising past 3 defenders, but the ball is finally taken away by Soria. But it'll be played back to Blake in the middle of the field for the Thunder. Blake sees space ahead of her, takes it, plays it across to Sealand. Sealand now with the ball. Baki calling for her on the sideline, but opts to send it towards the middle of the box. Thorne attempted a header there, but couldn't make contact. Ball gets played back, cleared out by the Vikings once again to McNally. McNally into Wolf. McNally, the pass a little out of range for Ellis. And the ball will roll out of play for a throw-in. Wolf with the ball now. Signals ahead for a pass ahead, looking for cutting Ellis. Finds her. Ellis has Oliver there in the middle, clears it across. Right, just a little out of range, but the ball stays in play. Shot towards the middle of the box, but it's blocked by the Vikings. Now this is Lindquist with the ball. Shot is blocked. Wolf now, the top of the box, plays it back for McNally. McNally decides to take a shot. Shot travels well wide, and that'll be a goal kick for the Vikings.
Yeah, McNally not really known for scoring goals, but she's going to try that attempt there from long range. Just with the wind going on right now, I don't think that was the best decision there from the left back.
Jamie Gordon lining this goal kick up. Lost it towards the middle of the field, knocked down by Gonzalez. Plays it over to Soria. Ball is taken away, however, by Blake. To the side for Baki. A hard ball to control there is taken away, but she regains control now. Trying to beat her defender down the sideline. Is able to keep it in play. Tries to send it towards the box, but that'll be deflected out of play. Throw in now for Sealand. Tori Sealand tries to find Baki, but it'll roll straight through for Weiss to scoop it up. As the Vikings look to move downfield, try to get some offense going. High goal kick is headed into the air by Ellis. Lindquist battling for the ball there. Can't quite find it. And it's Thompson playing it ahead. Back to Soria. Soria tries to step up, ball's taken away. Played back to McNally for the Thunder. Ellis now has Wolf ranging upfield. Back to McNally. Plays it to the center for Blake. Blake, cross to Sealand. Sealand is Baki on that sideline. It's a nice little step-by move there. Plays it into Oliver. Oliver opts not to take the shot, tries to go for the pass, but stepping up into it there with a shot that'll just go wide of the goal for the Thunder.
Yeah, we'll see here on the replay. After a little bit of great defensive play there from North Park, just a long shot from Carney Blake. She has shown her tendency there to put those in from long range. Trying to test that the keeper a little bit, but unfortunately for her, far left of her mark.
I'll remember from a handful of games ago the free kick that she was able to bury from a range similar to that. So we have definitely seen her be able to capitalize on those types of opportunities. Ball played ahead to Gonzalez, but will roll out of play. McNally now with the throw-in. Finds Oliver. Oliver goes back to McNally. Will play it out of danger to the middle of the field for Blake. Blake now, considering a shot, decides to play it across to Sealand. Sealand through the legs of a Viking defender, plays it to Baki, who clears it in. Ball pops up in the air with Lindquist now controlling in the box. Shot is knocked down. Another attempt. Can't step through the swarm of defenders there. The ball's played ahead to Wernbo. Wernbo plays it headed now. The Vikings looking to generate some offense for the first time in this game. So they have now entered the Wheaton side of the field. Throw in. Quick throw into Wernbo. Plays it back into Moreno. The ball is taken away. Regaining the ball is Moreno, but then the Thunder, Blake controls it now. Blake taking her time, playing it back to Sealand, and regains the ball. Just taking their time to try to set up this play. Ball goes to the middle for Wolf. Wolf ahead to Lindquist. Lindquist, nice step move there to get out of danger. Back to Blake. Blake tried looking for, appeared to be Baki on that sideline, but just can't find that connection. McNally now, with time, steps by her defender, moves forward, plays it into Thorne, who has Ellis there, can't quite get it through, but is able to take the ball away. And then cleared out of danger by the Vikings.
And just look at the defensive structure from North Park. They've got everybody back except for Claire Wernbo up top. Really trying to play for at least a tie here, it seems, for North Park.
Soria here, controlling the ball. Taken away by Blake, but then it's number 8, Sam Moreno with the ball. Wolf heading it, Tomic heading it up. And then controlling the ball in the Wheaton box area. McNally now. Played to Wolf. Bailey Wolf. Cross field to Sealand. Sealand now rushing upfield for the give and go. Ball played far ahead of her, however, looking for Lindquist. It'll go out of play. Vikings now with the throw-in. Kicked overhead back to the Thunder and then played to Blake. Blake to Wolf. Wolf thought about going to McNally, but instead will go to Tomic. Now to Ellis. To Thorne down the sideline. Gains control of it on this sideline. Little dance moves there. Shot is deflected off. Tries to step back around, but that'll be played out of danger by Stay. So we enter 30 minutes to play in this first half. McNally with the ball. Pushed a little there, but is able to get it to Thorne, who cuts towards the sideline, but the ball deflects off of her, not out of play, and popped high in the air, almost out of danger, and it'll go to Wernbo. Wernbo knocks it down and plays it to Moreno. Down the sideline, goes back to McNally. McNally now to Wolf. Wolf to Blake. Steps up into the center field, plays it to Oliver. Oliver steps into her defender, setting her down to the ground. That'll be a whistle there.
Yeah, just a bit of sloppy play there from the Thunder, seemingly getting frustrated right now that they can't break down this North Park team.
Free kick for Gordon now. Send it into the Wheaton end. McNally to Ellis. Downfield for Oliver. Oliver with one defender to beat. Stay is able to beat Stay. Cuts to the center, tries to clear it across field, but can't. Deflected, pass is deflected. Some pretty solid defense here early on by the Vikings to limit the offensive chances for Wheaton. Blake now with the ball. Plays it into Oliver. Oliver goes cross field to Baki. Baki now looking to do some work on this far sideline. Easily marches past one defender. Touched a little too far, is able to keep it in play. No, is not able to keep it in play. It does not appear, and this will be a go for a goal kick.
In the game for Wheaton, number 28, Sarah Max.
Sarah Max taking number 17, Tori Sealand, out of the game for Wheaton now.
Yeah, Tori Sealer, normally a player that we see play more of an advanced position, typically as a center attacking midfielder. During this game, however, filling in that right back void, normally filled by Nicole Wright, who's currently out. And then Sarah Max, we've seen her a lot this season, typically playing left back, so she's no stranger to playing defense.
Baki now with the ball. Cuts towards the middle, has some space. Takes a shot, knocked down. Gets the ball back, cleared towards the center of the field. It's Ellis with the ball now. Ellis stops. Makes a move to the sideline. Shot is blocked once again. That time it's
Thunder, corner kick.
Bennett with the deflection out of play. Corner kick taken quickly and short to Blake, who plays it in. Now soaring in to try to get that ball is Wolf. Played out to McNally. McNally over to Max. Max looking for Baki. Finds her. Steps away. Clears it into the box, but out of play.
Baki needs to get more involved in this game. We said earlier she is leading the team in assists. One of the best playmaking threats on this team, using her speed and her skill to get by a lot of outside backs. And right there, she's just got to pick her head up and try and send in a better ball to help her teammates out.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of play from Ellis and McNally on this close sideline, and definitely like to see Baki try to make some things happen on that far sideline, as it's McNally with a race to the ball with Gonzalez. Picked up by Wolf. Little triangle here of Tomic, McNally, and Wolf. Getting that ball out of danger. Played ahead to Oliver, who steps into her defender and takes that ball away. Back to Tomic. Tomic across to Max. To Baki. Plays it ahead for Max, who is rushing upfield. He's able to get that ball, but it'll roll out of play.
And I was really impressed. That move right there from Sarah Max, doing the quick 1-2 with Baki, and then Baki spotting the run, plays a really nice ball out to Max, and now the Thunder have the ball in a really good position.
Throw in taken. It's Max with the ball there, battling in that corner. Played out once again. We'll run it back for another throw in. For Max once again. Plays it to Blake. Blake will try to touch it back to Max, but that'll go out of play, and the Vikings will regain control of this ball. Throw in taken. Popped up high into the air. It'll go to Wolf. Wolf touches it down. And now we have Lindquist with the ball in center field. Lindquist has the ball taken, though. The Vikings look to press up field. Ball goes to Wernbo. Wernbo plays it to Gonzalez. Tries to look for number 6, Thompson, but can't quite find her, and the ball's taken by McNally. McNally rushing upfield has Oliver, finds Oliver, now with a great, glorious scoring opportunity. The shot goes over the hands of Weiss and into the net. Nice goal there by Oliver.
Yeah, we knew that was coming from the start. Oliver getting herself involved in every single attack. She's going to burst through the line on that one. And a great finish. She keeps her composure. Watch this on the replay. McNally doing what she does best, just sprinting past the opposing teams. Great ball through to Oliver. And that first touch right there, that's what caused the goal right there. Allowing herself to open up those hips. And just a beautiful finish. Great composure, great goal.
Yep, McNally been involved in a lot of these plays and is finally able to connect with a teammate in a good scoring chance, good scoring position. And the Thunder will take a 1-0 lead here with 24 minutes to play in this first half. Oliver, once again, the goal scorer, regains the ball. Steps by. Now 1-on-3 here, clears into the box. Shot goes down, and it's a nice save, diving save by Weiss there to keep this at a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, this ball is a great one from Oliver. Right here, the fake shot, she's going to turn it around, get past her defender, and then proving to be an assister and a scorer. Great ball inside, and something tells me Weiss is going to be very involved in this game.
Wolf now with the ball. Center field spot, plays it to McNally. McNally looking for Oliver again. The ball will bounce out there for a throw-in for Ellis. Ellis back to McNally, pressured by the Vikings. Ellis now with the ball. Steps by one, plays it to Wolf. Wolf to Blake. Cross to Max. Max fakes the pass down the sideline, instead cuts more towards the middle. Ball goes back to Blake, one touch to Wolf. Wolf to McNally, stepping into plenty of space, clears it into the box, looking for Oliver again, is able to find her with plenty of time, but that'll be an offsides call there, rendering that play dead.
Yeah, that was a pretty close call. I don't think Oliver should be too discouraged from that. She's definitely going to want to keep getting involved as much as she can, keep being aggressive, and she'll get another one.
Gordon plays it ahead. Go to Tomic. Lofts one high in the air and out of play. Still a windy one here in Joe Bean Stadium. See how much that affects any of these players on the field as the ball goes back to Tomic. Nice step there to keep that ball safe to McNally. Center for Blake. Cross to Max. Stepping forward. Plays it back to Blake. To Thorne stepping up. Ball a little far back for McNally, who's able to corral that. Just surveying her options, seeing what looks good. Plays it to Blake. Now down the sideline for Baki. Baki defended hard there by Viking defender, was able to step past and then clears to the center and then touched out of danger, but then now it's Ellis with the ball at the top of the box. Decides not to take the shot, and it'll go to McNally, but stepping by, playing it ahead and getting it back almost is number 8, Sam Moreno. Now it's just out of range for Sorian, taken back by Ellis, who plays it to Max. It's again down this sideline to Baki. Now to Wolf. McNally stepping forward. Played to Ellis. Now into open space for Thorne. Thorne steps by one. Clears into the center of the box. Headed out of danger. Now it's Wernbo trying to win the battle for that ball. Lindquist now. Plays it to Baki. Baki into the box area for Oliver. Oliver to Ellis. Ellis gets space, takes a shot, gets the ball back, looks for another chance. Shot goes through and bobbled a little bit by Weiss, but is controlled.
Yeah, and just look at all these players back for North Park. She's got what, 4 people trying to block the shot there. Not much she's going to do with that. Probably should have turned around, try to play McNally, try to open up more space.
Wolf, the ball at center field. To Ellis, into Oliver. Consistently been able to exploit this far sideline with the runs. Played into the center. Header, good header attempt there by Lindquist, but just can't get everything on it, and that'll go out of play.
Number 8, Taylor Rudin, and number 11, Hannah Max.
Rudin and Max will take out Ellis and Wolf for the Thunder. Gordon plays the ball out to center field. McNally knocks it down. Plays it over to Max. To Lindquist. Lindquist can't quite control it. Now it's the Vikings looking to press upfield. But it'll go out of play. And that rush will meet its end at around midfield.
Into the game for Wheaton, number 22, Carly Fatum.
Fatum now taking out Lindquist. Blake over to Rudin. Rudin to McNally. McNally to Blake. Playing to center field looking for Rudin. We'll go back to the Vikings. Played ahead there for Moreno. Ball is taken away by number 8 for the Thunder, Sarah Rudin. To Blake. Long ball downfield, out of range perhaps of Baki. She's able to gain control of that ball and now has a nice opportunity to try to send it into the box. Shot is tipped and it rolls past the outstretched hands of Weiss and into the net.
And another goal for Oliver here, another assist from Sarah Baki. And overall, a great team goal. A lot of people involved in the build-up there. Oliver getting on the end of it to finish off that attack and get her second of the day. We'll see here on the replay. Customary trademark just spin around there from Baki. And look at this ball. Great ball sent in right to the foot of Oliver. Barely had to move. And really a world-class finish there from Isabel Oliver.
For number 15, Isabel Oliver.
That's a great one-touch play there by Oliver to just deflect it into the net. As, yeah, her second goal of the game so far. 2-0 now for the Thunder. 17 minutes to go in this first half. As Rudin controls the ball, looking to get right back at it now is Oliver playing it to the side for Max. Max battling. Is able to step in front of and hinder the progression of Gonzalez. And it goes back to Max. Little one-touch play there with Rudin. Tries to go for Oliver, but 2 defenders there break that play up. Nice little step around there, but a little too hard of a touch, and it'll go back to Max. Max has Oliver in the center field looking for the hat trick, perhaps. Pushes off her defender, and ball goes back to midfield, stepping up into it, clearing it high in the air, knocked down by Soria. This is Max with the ball now, battling with Gonzalez. Now it's Bennett with the ball. Bennett plays ahead. Nice feed there through for Moreno, who just can't get the ball in time. Now it's McNally. McNally to Oliver. Oliver with a hard touch, but is able to get it to Blake. Blake to Baki. Baki 1-on-2 now. Able to get past both defenders to play it in for Thorne. Thorne now with a blind pass to the center. No one there. Now it's Rudin. Rudin plays it a little too far out of range of Max, and it'll just roll out of play. Lining up this throw-in. The Vikings played into Soria. Rolls off of her, and Rudin not able to take the ball, but Max is. Now it's Rudin playing it back for Tomic. Tomic across to Max. Now to Baki. Blake to McNally. McNally looks for a play and clears it into the box, headed wide of the net by Oliver.
Yeah, that initial pass to Oliver just a little bit too high. Not much she could have done with that. And in the end, just bounces off her head harmlessly.
Gordon bringing this ball over to the box to send it back into play. Arm goes up. She will look to begin hopefully a rush for the Vikings, but it goes straight to Max, and now a knockdown for Rudin. Oliver now with the ball, looking for number 22, Fatum. Ball rolls easily to Weiss. We'll send this one downfield. Well downfield to Tomic. Tomic will play it back to Ketchum, who's not seen much action yet this game. Played to Blake. Blake now to Max. Max plays it upfield to Fatum. Fatum looking for Oliver and is able to find Oliver. Oliver now steps away from her two defenders and plays it for Blake. Blake decides to take the shot from a long distance out, and that one is handled by Weiss.
Yeah, comfortable save there from the goalie. We'll see here on the replay. Carney Blake once again trying to get going from long range. And honestly, I'm all for it. She's a really good player. She can score from those ranges. And they have a 2-goal cushion. I say she keeps going for him.
Nice header there by Rudin to knock it down, and it'll be played ahead. Back to Rudin. Rudin, nice threading the needle pass to Max. It'll be Gonzalez with the ball now. Plays it back for Bennett. Bennett with a nice little step out of danger away from Max. But the ball gets deflected off of Rudin, who will take the ball at midfield. Rudin looking for Baki, just out of her range, and it'll go to Vanilla there. And it'll roll out of play. So we have two more subs coming in for the Thunder.
Number 6, Sarah Gingarella. Number 7, Sammy Nishiyama.
Two Wheaton Thunder seniors enter the game now, taking out Molly Thorne and Sarah Max. Blake now. Ball goes across to McNally. McNally mishandles that ball, and she's rushing to try to keep that in play, and she will, but stops it for Gonzalez. Now taken by the Vikings. Headed down to Tomic. And played ahead to Max. Max now with the ball. Played right to Stay. Stay tries to play it upfield. Flag goes up. And it'll go back to the Thunder for a free kick.
Yeah, a bit of a surprising offsides call given the game script that has gone on so far, just coming back and over.
Nishiyama plays it up for Baki. Baki trying to take that ball. Stepping up and now is Blake. Nice play there by Blake to take that ball. Now it's Oliver on the side. Excuse me. Yes, Oliver there on the sideline. Although that ball was out of play, I believe off of a Viking defender, so it'll go back to the Thunder for a corner kick.
Thunder, corner kick.
It'll be interesting to see here if they go short or they go long. North Park sending a player over for this kick.
Yep, second corner kick of the game for the Thunder. Played directly off of a Viking defender, and they'll try it again.
Corner kick.
Blake lining this one up. Tries again. This one goes over the head of that same defender and goes to Oliver. Shot is blocked. Oliver rolls to the ground there. Shot is high into the air, but that'll be wide of the goal.
Good attempt from McNally on the edge of the box. Not much more she could have done from that position, but does well to lift it over the defenders. Too bad for her. It was a little bit too far to the left.
Gordon prepares to send this one back into play. Does so right to Rudin, who plays it up to Jen Corella. Jen Corella now looking for Oliver, but Oliver just can't reach that as McNally knocks it down. McNally to Max. Max, nice little pass and a spin play there by McNally. Nice try there to control that ball. And a roll back for Tomic. Sarah Tomic now. Plays to Rudin. Rudin steps away. The Viking attacker. And now it's Blake. Good pressure here by the Vikings. Almost leads to a turnover, but the ball rolls straight through to Oliver. We'll play it to Baki. Baki stepping forward towards the middle of the field. Tries to touch it through to the Thunder. And now it's Rudin playing it down the sideline to Max. Max with space. Gesturing to try to get an open pass going. Plays it to Blake. Headed up by Oliver. Oliver gets knocked down but is able to control the ball, but plays it out of play.
Yeah, these initial passes to Oliver, they got to be a little bit lower every time she's having to rise up and try and head the ball to control it. And really, they should be played to her chest or her thigh just to be able to trap it and play it out.
Blake rushing for that ball. It's played ahead to Moreno for the Vikings. But taken by Ishiyama. Now it's Gordon with the ball. Back to Stay. Stay, long ball downfield. A roll through for Ketchum to get a touch on it. Ketchum to Tomic. Tomic with space upfield, plays it to Blake. Back to Nishiyama. Now to Baki. Baki has Oliver once again on a run for this ball. He's able to beat two Viking defenders there to it, but it's knocked away. And Gordon is able to maintain control, but then taken away by Blake and off her and out of play.
And the Vikings are actually doing a pretty good job defending, but once they get the ball back, what are they doing with it? Every time they're just sending it right back to the Thunder, and every time that happens, they're getting tired out, they're getting worn out, and it's going to lead to more goals for the Thunder if something doesn't change.
Yeah, exactly. They've had a lot of good defensive plays to limit the amount of A-plus chances for the Thunder, but exactly as you said, those transition plays are just not able to get anything going in the offensive end. As it's now McNally with the ball, playing it to Blake. Blake to Oliver. 2 goals on the day for Oliver so far. Down to the sideline for Baki, who plays it in, but looks like a whistle there.
Thunder, corner kick.
It'll be a corner kick.
We've seen a couple corners here early on from the Thunder here in the first half. They haven't capitalized too much on them, but it seems like the mold would work here for a corner. They're very good in the air. They're very good from set pieces, so we might see a goal come here from this corner or from some successive corners in the future.
Yep, Blake looking to send this corner in. High into the box. Bounces up, and it'll go on top of the net. Header there just a little too high. And Weiss will pick up the ball behind the goal and give to Gordon, who's been taking a lot of these goal kicks so far this game. She looks to send it in. Played towards center field. The Thunder have been done well so far this game of making those goal kicks turn into possession for them. And no difference here as they're able to strip the ball there, and it gets played up ahead to Fatum. Fatum now plays it to Rudin. Rudin to Max. Max with space. Nice little pass there to Fatum. Shot goes in, deflects off the back of Oliver. Oliver's able to take it though. Tries to send a shot in. That gets deflected. And it'll roll out of play Not sure off of who. It looks like it'll be off of Oliver, so we'll have another goal kick. As we enter the final 5 minutes of this first half, 2 goals for Isabel Oliver are the difference in this game so far, off of some nice feeds from Baki and McNally. Ball played to center field. We'll go to Max. Max to Jen Corella. Jen Corella has plenty of space. Plays it back to Rudin. Rudin to Oliver, back to McNally. Nice play, nice ball in there, but just over the head of Fatum. And now it's number 9, Wernbo with the ball. Wernbo plays it ahead. Nice one-touch pass, but just out of range. And that'll be another turnover for the Vikings. Throwing downfield in the direction of Baki. Baki wins that battle against 2 Viking defenders. Now it's booted out of danger by Stay. Ball played well out of range of... Actually, no, it's Jen Corella rushing for that ball. It looked like that was going to be no chance. Actually, almost was able to reach that ball, but it will roll out of play.
Yeah, Jen Corella, certainly a player that never gives up on a play, and here on senior night, she's going to be giving it her all in this game here against North Park in front of the home crowd, in front of a lot of fans here at Joe Bean who have come out and have braved the weather here at Joe Bean. It's not terribly bad, but of course, typically Midwest, it's very windy here, and as it gets a little bit darker, surely we'll get a little bit colder as well.
Yep, Jen Corella knocking that ball down. It'll go back to Stay. Stay deflects off of Jen Corella and goes back to Fatum. Now to Rudin. Rudin has McNally there. Quick pass. Now to Max. Max, nice touch into space. Plays it towards the center for Fatum, who just kicks it over the side of the goal.
And just look at this play, and I really want to highlight right here how many people North Park has in the box, because that's why Fatum's shot had to go so high. Max is going to cross it in. Just look at that right there. No chance at all for her to get it to the other side of the net. She has to look for the smallest of angles, and that's really tough, especially when we've seen Weiss is actually a pretty good goalkeeper.
Wernbo now battling with the ball on that sideline. Will once again roll out of play. Thunder been able to maintain a lot of offensive presence here in this first half. But it'll be the Vikings perhaps looking to generate some offense of their own off of this throw, and we'll see if they can transition this downfield. Another throw in here. Quickly taken. Battle therefore on the sideline, and it'll roll out a play this time off of the Vikings. Ball played down, and that'll be Nishiyama playing it back to Tomic. Cross to McNally. McNally to Oliver. Oliver with a nice feed in through to Max, but just a little out of range, and it'll roll right to Weiss. A good try there, though, by Oliver.
Yeah, Oliver, really unique in the fact that she is a striker, but she's shown her ability to create as well. That ball, as you said, just a little bit too heavy, but look to see Oliver get more involved as the game goes on passing-wise.
Oliver once again with the ball. 1-on-3 here with 3 defenders right around her. Steps towards the sideline, tries to clear it into the center of the box. That ball's taken away now, however, and played for Max, but it'll roll past her and go to Blake. Nishiyama now for Baki. Baki with time to Blake. Blake to Rudin. Rudin has lots of space here. Possibly wanted to take a shot there, but that was a nice play by Soria there to stop that shot attempt. Rudin take over the ball once again. Plays it to Tomic. Tomic to Nishiyama. Stepping up. Plays it into Oliver. Oliver thinks about passing it and does. Finds Rudin. Rudin now crossing into the box. Nishiyama now, hard touch there, but is able to take the shot. That's a nice diving save by Weiss just to deflect that one out of play.
Oh, what a great strike here. Sami Nishiyama coming up from the right back spot on her senior night as well. Just going to boot this one downfield. And as you said, Weiss, diving save. Really good job there from the sophomore goalkeeper.
Yeah, Weiss making a lot of good saves in this first half to keep her team in it as another header in is controlled by Weiss. As we enter the final 20 seconds of this first half. And Weiss will send this one quickly downfield. Nishiyama knocks it down, and will roll out of play.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
and
2,
this will
1,
do it for
0.
the first half. 2-0 Wheaton Thunder off of 2 goals
halftime
for
score.
Isabel Oliver.
2 and North Park 0. With
And
the seniors, please
the Thunder able to maintain control of the ball for much of this first half, not giving up too many opportunities for the opposing Vikings.
Yeah, just really a good showing here from Wheaton. Also a pretty decent showing, I think, from the Vikings. They are down 2-0, but they've come here following a certain game plan. I think they've really held to it as the game has gone over. They've had some really great defensive stops, but they just can't get the ball forward, and that means they're getting put under pressure every single time they try and clear the ball away. But it is halftime, and it is senior night here at Joe Bean Stadium here for the Wheaton Thunder, and we're celebrating 3 seniors tonight: Bailey Wolf, Sami Nishiyama, and Sarah Gencarella. All 3 have been really, really great for the Wheaton program over the 4 years that they have been here. And, of course, we're here to celebrate their success with the team as well as their contributions to the team. And we'll get that going in just a couple minutes, so make sure you don't leave for halftime just yet.
Yes, indeed. As you said, all 3 of those players seeing time in this first half. Heard Wolf and Gencarella's name a lot, and Nishiyama obviously with that last shot that required a really strong save by the Vikings.
No.
So just looking forward to this second half. As we said, it's 2-0 Thunder. Just looking to try to maintain this lead going into the second half. So I just look for the Thunder to try to continue just to get all these opportunities. They've had a lot of opportunities in this first half. And now we are going to enter for this senior night festivity. And we'll send you down to that.
Yeah, that was tough. You were
Yeah,
on the fly.
I wasn't really sure what was going on.
You did great.
All right.
As we near the conclusion of the regular season, we take time to honor our seniors. At this time, we would like to recognize each senior and their families as Coach Felsky and his staff present them with a gift from the athletics department. In the past 3+ seasons, Wheaton has 61 victories, winning 74% of its matches. The program has won 3 conference championships, 1 CCIW tournament title, and made 2 NCAA tournament appearances in that time. Our first senior tonight is Sarah Gencarella, a double major in applied health science and Spanish from Laguna Hills, California. She is joined by her parents, Will and Chris. Sarah has played in 58 matches in her Thunder career, including 17 this season. She has scored 4 goals in her time at Wheaton with 6 assists. Head coach Pete Felsky says of her, Sarah's college years have been filled with many challenges, so our goal for her senior year was to make it her best ever, both on and off the field. Mission accomplished. I am proud of her effort, competitive spirit, and upbeat, positive attitude. I am confident that the Lord has grown her through her time here and that she will leave Wheaton and our program to do great things in the years to come. Thank you, Sarah, for your faithful commitment to our team and our program. Sarah Gencarella. Next, we have Sami Nishiyama with her parents, Curtis and Laura. Sami is an elementary education major from Honolulu, Hawaii. She has played in 35 matches in her time at Wheaton with 3 career goals. Coach Felsky says of her, as a fifth-year senior, Sammy's commitment to our team and to her teammates has never wavered. Though her career has been marked by numerous injuries, she's fought back, trained hard, and has the respect and admiration from her teammates for doing so. As a coaching staff, we appreciate her contribution through her fighting spirit, her mentoring, and her leadership, and her obvious deep love for Jesus. These qualities will serve her well as she leaves Wheaton and continues to serve Christ and his kingdom. Sammy Nishiyama. Our final senior tonight is Bailey Wolf, a communication major from Santa Barbara, California. She is joined by her mother, Jill, and her biggest fan, her sister, Lauren. Bailey has played in 83 matches in her 4 seasons at Wheaton with 4 career goals and 3 assists. Coach Felsky states of her, "It's tough to find a player more knowledgeable and passionate about the game of soccer than Bailey. As a strong-willed communicator, she has played a significant and at times a vital role in what we do. Our midfield will look very different next year without her strong tactical awareness, vocal leadership, and active presence. Bailey will make an outstanding coach someday, and we wish her all the best as she looks to develop and lead the next generation of soccer players." Thank you, Bailey. Bailey Wolf. Ladies and gentlemen, please give our seniors and their families another round of applause.
Be inspired to lead others to the Christian faith as professional English language teachers serving across the globe.
Be challenged as you dive deep into learning about other cultures while understanding how to create the bridge between English and the native language of your students.
Be equipped as you gain valuable skills and lessons from leading researchers and teachers in the field who have decades of experience and whose work spans 6 continents. Be inspired by diving deep into the study of the Bible and understanding the theology behind our faith.
Be challenged with advanced study of biblical and theological knowledge.
Be equipped to expand your knowledge, build your academic skills, develop critical reflection, and serve for Christ in His kingdom.
Be inspired as you grow in your ministry and collaborate with other leaders like you.
Be challenged, stretch your thinking, and deepen your understanding of your mission.
Be equipped to raise your level of leadership as you raise up faithful followers of Christ.
Be inspired to serve a world filled with justice and suffering.
Be challenged with a rigorous academic program that trains you to analyze psychological theory and research from a faith-based worldview and apply it to serve the needs of individuals and families in need of healing.
Be equipped to integrate your Christian faith and practice with the best of contemporary scholarship and professional standards in the disciplines of clinical psychology, counseling, and marriage and family therapy.
One word I'd use to describe my Wheaton experience is purposeful. And I say purposeful because through people and experiences here, the Lord has been teaching me to reorient my desires and aspirations for work in His kingdom.
Flourishing. I chose the word flourishing because of the specific leadership and mentorship opportunities I've experienced at Wheaton and how they've allowed me not only to grow here, but given me the confidence to navigate life after Wheaton.
Winning. I chose the word winning because I feel like all my friends and professors have encouraged me to have a winning mindset.
Full. I chose the word full because my Wheaton College experience has been full of mentorship and friendship here, and I've been left with intergenerational friendship that I'm going to take with me for the rest of my life.
Transformative. The reason why I chose the word transformative is because of all the ways I've been influenced by my professors, my peers, and my friends at my time at Wheaton.
Rooted. The reason I chose the word rooted is because I am leaving Wheaton grounded in both my faith and calling.
Unexpected. The reason I chose this word is because I expected to be challenged by Wheaton's academics, but I wasn't expecting how I would be challenged and grown through Wheaton's athletics, student life, and student engagement.
Deep. I chose the word deep because of the deep relationships I've been able to build with friends and all the people I've been able to meet at Wheaton.
Holistic. I chose that word because Wheaton has taken my education and my vision for my life and it's expanded it and shaped it physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually in every way.
Journey. The reason why I chose Journey is because of the many highs and lows that I've experienced here at Wheaton. These highs and lows are a taste of what life after Wheaton is going to be like. And this is why I love Wheaton.
Welcome back to the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. John Mark Mills here with Don Crowder as we're just over a minute away from start of this second half. 2-0 Wheaton Thunder off of 2 goals from Isabel Oliver from feeds from Baki and McNally. And yeah, just overall a really good first half for the Thunder. Lots of opportunities, lots of good saves by the opposing goaltender Weiss. Not too much action for Ketchum in that first half, but I think looking forward to this second half that just want to see more of the same for the Thunder, more opportunities, maybe some goal scoring from our seniors for tonight's senior night. But other than that, I think overall just look for more of the same for the Thunder.
Yeah, the Thunder really have no reason to change up what they're doing, dominating this game. It's 2-0 right now as we get started into this second half, and really they have been dominating both chances and possession. North Park has done a very great job holding their structure, and they've also done a really great job clearing balls away, but they don't really have that offensive presence that will prevent Wheaton from just possessing around and trying to get opportunities. And right now, we're just seeing wave after wave of Wheaton attacks, and North Park really has to do something about that, or they might see a bigger deficit as this game goes around.
Yeah, and this is as we've mentioned, the last game of the regular season schedule for the Thunder, so just looking to try to end this regular season strong and look to go into the next phase of their season with some momentum heading in. I think would be really big. So to cap this second half off with a good showing for the Thunder, I think would be huge. As the players are now jogging back onto the field as we look to get started in this second half relatively soon. Between these two teams, this is an interesting matchup as far as the historical matchups between these two teams. The Thunder have actually outscored the Vikings 128-5 all time, so just continuing to add to that deficit that we've seen historically between these two sides as the Thunder take the field to start this second half, getting warmed up. This is quite cold right now as it gets later in the day.
Yeah, we're starting to see the lights get turned on here in preparation for the rest of today's events. We do have Wheaton North Park men's soccer coming up after this. That game will be brought to you by Abram Erickson and Justin Majeski. Very big game for the men's soccer team here. They have to win to get to the conference playoffs, and even then it might not be enough, but be sure to stay tuned for that game as we get this one ready for the second half. And just like you said, John Mark, this team is really proving their stuff right now and ending the season with a win. They would conclude their conference run with an undefeated record once again, and I just think that would do a lot for the confidence of this team. But I'm really interested to see how Pete Felsky rolls out his team in this second half. Will he use this opportunity to get with a more stable lineup? Will he try and play a lot more players that maybe haven't seen too much of the field this season? It'll be really interesting to see how he uses this next 45 minutes. But we do see Madison Lee, number 1 there, the backup goalkeeper for Wheaton, getting the start in this second half. So it looks like he'll be testing out a lot of different faces, testing out maybe players in different positions for this second half.
Yeah, it does seem to say that maybe will be the case, that we'll see more players that maybe typically don't get time. As we begin this second half, it's Oliver playing the ball back to Blake, who plays it across to Sealand. Sealand back to Blake. Hard ball to control there, and it'll go back to the Vikings. As it's Wernbo just not quite able to reach that ball. And Baki tries to play it to Sealand, but a little too far, but luckily rolls through for Rudin, who is there. And it goes to McNally. McNally ahead to Oliver. Great feed through as Oliver's able to reach that ball. Oliver, of course, will have to track if she's able to find this hat trick, as it's Blake now stepping up into it with a nice shot off the post and in the net. An incredible shot from Blake, stepping in and sending that ball off the post and in the net.
Oh my goodness, what a screamer there from Blake. We've seen that from her all season. We were saying earlier how we wanted her to keep taking those shots. It's going to get rebounded out here in Blake. No hesitation right here. One time. Oh my goodness, off the post. But that's her. That's Carney Blake. She's just such a quality player. A longtime starter for this Wheaton team, getting on the score sheet here.
Yeah, it was just an absolute
Thunder
laser.
goal,
Nothing the
fourth
goaltender
number
could
3,
do
Carney Blake.
about that one. That was just
Blake
an
unassisted.
amazing strike there from Blake. And is now a 3-0 lead for the Thunder. Really trying to assert total control of this game as it's Baki pressuring the ball there and making the Vikings kick it out of play. And it'll go for a throw-in down this sideline. Looking for an open teammate now, throws it into Blake. Blake plays it back to Baki. Baki into the center of the box, but lifted out of danger. Then headed down and across to Sealand. Sealand into Blake, who makes a quick pivot and is able to get it to Baki. Baki now with the ball. Baki controlling, plays it to Blake. Plays it back to Tomic. Tomic to McNally. McNally steps past one defender, past two, but the second defender is able to get a foot on that one. That is number 29, Soria. Now control on the far side by McNally. Now the pass cleared in, but headed out of play there, out of danger there. And it goes to Baki. Baki now working one-on-one, something that she's been so good at so far this year. A little confusion here over what this will be, but it looks like we will have a goal kick for the Vikings.
Yeah, we couldn't quite see what went on there, but no real protest from Baki, so it looks like that should be the right call.
Gordon now. Ready to line this one up. Sends it back towards center field. Wernbo loses that battle, and it goes to Lindquist, who now moves it to Blake. Blake to Sealand. Sealand now. Down the sideline for Baki, but it'll be too far for her, and it'll just roll out of play. Seeing if we can get some of the seniors involved in the scoring this game. I think that would be a great addition to this final game of the season for the Thunder. Ball played, close, almost right to Oliver, but just bypasses her and goes to Baki instead. Be Sealand now with the throw-in. Finds Baki, goes back to Sealand, keeps it in play, but apparently not. The flag will go up and it'll go back to the Vikings. As it's Vanilla here with the throw-in. But headed down by Baki and then lofted high for Tomic. Bounces over her head, but she's able to control it. Tomic now plays it through for Oliver. Oliver to Baki. Nice one touch to Lindquist, who's not quite able to keep that in, doesn't look like. And the Vikings will have another goal kick here.
You almost got tripped up on her own feet there. That was a nice ball from Baki, who we've seen get a little bit more involved even 5 minutes into this second half. But yeah, unfortunate there that Thorne couldn't corral it.
Thunder looking to turn this goal kick once again back into offense. Vikings haven't really been able to gain control of the ball off of any of these goal kicks, as we have another whistle come through and a player down for the Vikings.
Yeah, not sure what went on there. Anything is bound to hurt a little bit more when it's as cold as it is right now. And look, the crowd, it seems, has grown a little bit. We have a lot of people here for senior night at Joe Bean Stadium here on the campus of Wheaton College. Wheaton in control right now, 3-0. Really nice goals so far. We saw a really nice goal from Carney Blake, and I just can't really get my mind around it, John Mark. That was such a great shot, the one-time screamer hitting off the post, getting past Weiss, who we've seen has been pretty capable so far in this game. She's made a couple of nice saves, and so I was really impressed by that shot from Blake, especially when she missed the two earlier in this game. She showed her class. She showed she wasn't frustrated, and she just laced it up and sent it right into the goal.
Yeah, exactly, showing that she has that ability from distances outside the box to just, put a solid strike on it and send it right off the post and in. As truly an amazing shot there by Blake as we get back into this one. It'll be McNally playing it ahead for Lindquist. Lindquist now has Molly Thorne in the middle. And Oliver tips it. I believe that is Oliver on the deflection for the hat trick.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is just textbook Isabel Oliver getting herself into those goal-scoring situations. We have Lindquist using her speed. She's going to send a really nice left-footed low cross in here. And then Oliver, once again, right place, right time. She's not going to miss that ever. 3 goals for Oliver on the day. A really great hat trick.
Yeah, 3 goals for Oliver and another deflection there as well. That was her very similar to her second goal as well, which was also just a one-touch deflection. So some really nice plays here from Oliver for her 3rd goal of the game. So that we now have 3 goals from Oliver and a single goal from Blake. But yeah, just really great performance so far for Oliver, and still has plenty of time to try to put even more on the board. As the Thunder are right back on the offensive, with Baki sending it back in the middle for Rudin, and now it goes into Oliver once again and then played out to McNally. McNally now down the sideline, battling with her defender, sends it into the box, and that'll hit the side of the net. And no save necessary there from Weiss.
And looking further, going into the conference playoffs, and then hopefully the NCAA tournament for the Wheaton Thunder. It's really great, I think, that Isabel Oliver is getting these goals, improving her confidence. We've seen a lot of times just in soccer in general, strikers are typically the players that need the most confidence. So marrying these 3 goals right now at home in front of her fans, that's going to be really great moving forward for this Wheaton team as they enter the postseason.
Yeah, it's an interesting balance between trying to gain confidence in games like this where you can maybe, put a bunch of goals on the board, but also going into the playoffs that you're going to probably be facing teams that are going to be more challenging. So it's definitely an interesting kind of balance between wanting to gain confidence, but also not wanting to, have to be playing at teams that are a lower level than what you're going to be going into in the playoffs. So it's definitely interesting. And then nice save there, knocked out of danger there, and then played out to McNally. McNally now with the ball. And then it's taken by Wernbo, who has Moreno moving upfield and played up there. But that nice little touch, and that'll roll out a play off of Wheaton. Throw in being lined up here for the Vikings. Now battling with the ball there is Lindquist, but we'll have a whistle, and it'll go back to the Thunder. Blake will take this free kick, as she often does. Takes a lot of the corners, a lot of the free kicks for the Thunder. Ball played across for Sealand. Sealand now. Down the sideline for Baki. Baki plays it into the box, headed down and straight into the net. Beautiful cross in right to the head of, I believe that was Lindquist, and it'll be 5-0 Thunder.
Just a really great all-around team goal once again. And I remember seeing from the initial play, Sealand calling for the ball. She was wide open. Look at this, playing it over to Baki, who's about to get her 2nd assist of this game. And what a header here from Lindquist, straight into the ground, Thomas Muller-esque corner of the goal. Nothing Weiss could do about that, as Lindquist now on the score sheet.
Senior number 7, Sammy Nishiyama.
Yep, and the Thunder really pouring it on now in this second half. 37 minutes to go. Already put up 3 on the board after only scoring 2 in the entire first half. So finally finding a way to break through this, what has been a pretty relatively strong defense for the Vikings in the first half. But something's working now for the Thunder, as it's now 5-0. And we have senior number 7, Nishiyama, entering the game.
Number 18, Sophia Lindquist. Lindquist, the
So
goal
you see a goal from a Wheaton Thunder freshman, followed by a sub-in of a Wheaton Thunder senior, and the ball gets played into Jen Corella, and now to Baki. Baki goes back to Nishiyama, plays at center field for number 8, Rudin. Rudin over to McNally. Now playing it into the box, over the head of seemingly every player in the box, and that'll roll out a play.
You know, what I thought of when I saw that ball go up was, this is about to end up in the back of the net. Because that's something that Jensen Ellis on that left-hand side is not unaccustomed to doing, is just sending it across and then seeing it actually curve around and go top corner. But unfortunately right there, the ball just bounced. I think got Sealand on the arm. Bit unlucky there for there not to be another Thunder goal.
Thorne now with the ball. Over to Rudin. Rudin has Ellis on that sideline. Will play it out of her range, though. And Bennett now with the ball, but turnover forces a turnover. Wheaton forces a turnover, and it'll go to center field for Sealand. Sealand with space. Thinks about taking the shot, but doesn't. Instead feeds it towards the center for Lindquist. And then ball goes back to Sealand. Sealand looking for an attacker in the center. Now, once again, thinking about the shot, but then plays it in. And now a shot taken here, and that is scooped up by Weiss.
Weiss getting her first save in a little bit right here. That's a good shot. And Sealand right now on this replay going to cut it around for the third time in a row, fooling the defender once again, and then a low shot there. Not too much trouble for Weiss, and a good save.
Sealand trying to step up into that, but can't quite control it. Now it's Moreno with the ball. Looking for the ball back there, but just too short for her. Now it's Wernbo. Ball taken away by Lindquist, however. And Lindquist finds McNally. Tries to push it past two defenders, but can't. He'll go to Rudin. Rudin to Ellis. Ellis now with the ball. Stepping down this sideline. Looking to clear it into the box perhaps, but decides to stop, and the ball is cleared away by the Vikings.
Into the game for Wheaton, number 11, Hannah Max.
Hannah Max now entering this game, taking Baki out. Baki with 2 assists on the night so far. Throw-in goes to Ellis, back to McNally, who will play a long ball into the box and headed high into the air and then away by the Vikings, but then stepped into it as Sealand goes right to a Viking defender. And then trying to transition upfield now. Played up in the direction of Moreno, but taken away by Tomic. Tomic goes to Nishiyama. And down the sideline for Lindquist. Lindquist steps towards the middle of the field. Plays it to Max. Max now. Across to Thorne. Thorne with a shot that gets deflected, and Dren Corella tries to just strike that one out of the air. A good attempt there, but that shot goes wide.
Yeah, that was a fun sequence to watch here. Jen Corella, though, in a really good position. You see her on the right side of your screen. What a lovely ball sent over the top, but it's really tough for any player to get their hips around that, and she took it off the first touch. Maybe should have tried to bring it to ground a little bit, maybe go for the low driven to the opposite side, but good chance there from Sarah Gencarella.
Yeah, certainly going for the home run by attempting to just get a touch on that one straight out of the air. Now it's Lindquist with the ball, working our way through the Viking defense. Played to Ellis. Ellis now, stepping by one, clears into the center, across through every player in the box there, and that'll roll out of play. That's the second time we've seen one go just straight through the box with little interaction with any player.
Yeah, I was really impressed by the way that Ellis just lost both of those defenders with one simple step-over move. And then the cross was a really good one, but unfortunately for the Thunder, just sailed harmlessly over the back line.
Played towards center field. Knocked down by McNally. Ball's taken away, though. Now it's Moreno for the Vikings. Stop, but is able to take control of the ball and work past Wheaton defenders. And this is a nice rush now for the Vikings, one of the best opportunities we've seen so far, but nice defense there by the Thunder. Ball taken by Nishiyama and then played ahead to Max. Max to the center for Rudin. Rudin has Ellis on the side there, who she will feed, and then finds Thorne, and then a one-touch back to Ellis. Nice little play there. Ellis now stops, working one-on-one with her defender, and cuts it towards the middle, but that is straight to Weiss. Weiss signals downfield. We'll drop this one and send it towards the far sideline. Headed down by McNally to Ellis. Back to McNally. Has Sealand in the middle calling for it. One touch pass, nice little give and go there. As it's Sealand with the ball. Steps into the middle. A little too far for Wheaton attacker. Now it goes to Nishiyama. But that'll roll out of play, just can't quite get there in time. We'll have a throw in for the Vikings.
In the game for the Vikings, number 10, Daniel Vasquez.
Vasquez now in the game for the Vikings. Looks like the ball may go her way for this throw-in. Headed out of play by Sealand. We'll try it again as Vanilla with the throw-in. Too far, however, and it'll be played back safely to Tomic. With a long pass ahead, looking for Jen Carella on the ball, and is able to find it, and the shot is deflected by Weiss. Just maybe barely getting a hand on that, able to deflect that out of play.
Yeah, just what a save here from Weiss, and to deny the senior Sarah Giancarella on her senior night. The speed right there from number 6, and then she's just gonna, just not quite wide enough there. Giancarella, really great shot, really great opportunity, and we've now seen her nearly get on the score sheet as well in the past couple of minutes, so maybe a goal coming for her as well.
Ellis sends the ball high into the box. Headed, looks for the header there, but just can't quite connect with it, and that'll go back to Lindquist. Lindquist now looking for Fatum. Play it over to number 8, Rudin. Rudin high into the air, and that'll go on top of the net. No save necessary from Weiss. Yeah, Weiss so far with a few really, really good saves in this game to keep it at the score that it is currently. Some diving saves that deflected out of play, and overall I think she's played pretty solid for the Vikings so far in this game. All played in the area of Soria, to go to Nishiyama and back to Tomic. Tomic will play it to Madison Lee in the game, taking out Ketchum, who played the entire first half for the Thunder. And now Sealand rushing upfield. Finds Jen Carella. Jen Carella over to Fatum. But too far for her, and it'll go out of play.
Jen Carella has been really involved since she came onto the game, really hunting for not only a goal for herself, but setting up her teammates as well. And that ball right there, maybe it's a little bit too heavy, but she should definitely be encouraged to keep being aggressive and keep playing hard.
Sealand finds Jen Carella. Jen Carella with space. Clears into the center of the field looking for Thorne, but can't quite find it. Then that's Max with the shot, but that goes high and out of play.
Into the game for Wheaton, number 24, Elizabeth Ashley. Taking over in goal for North Park, number 1, Cassie Fajardo.
Ashley now coming on to the field for Rudin, and then we have a goalie substitutions for the Vikings after I was just talking about how well I thought goalkeeper for the Vikings had been playing. So interesting decision there. Maybe just a similar, trying to get maybe a player that hasn't seen as much time, some time in this final game of the regular season.
Yeah, you can look at that in a couple different ways. I mean, I think we can both agree that Weiss has had a lot of shots, and as a result of that, she's conceded a couple goals. But I think we can both agree she's been good in certain situations, but at the same time, she has conceded 5. So maybe the coach of North Park just wanted to change things up.
Yes, indeed. We got number 28, Sarah Max, now warming up on the sideline. Ball played to center field. Battle there for the ball is Rudin, and it'll go to Lindquist. Can't find a teammate there, but the ball is taken away by Ellis, and now it goes back to Sealand. Sealand plays it to Jen Carella. It's the sideline for Fatum. Fatum now has space, takes it to the baseline, then plays it to Nishiyama. Nishiyama considers her next option, then tries to play it in the box, but that is popped into the air Now battling with the ball for the ball is Lindquist. Stepping up into it and heading it for Max there. Max now with the ball, trying to get through and gets an opportunity. The shot, and that is in for a 6th goal for the Thunder.
And there you have it. Getting on the score sheet is Hannah Max, a player that typically gets into games but doesn't always see a ton of minutes. But that's a really nice shot there, getting it past the new goalkeeper that was subbed in a couple of minutes ago. We'll see here on the replay just a lot of physical play. Wheaton getting it set up with that header. And then just fighting for it, never giving up his Max. And then that shot across goal, that's going to be tough for any goalkeeper to save, let alone one who hasn't gotten too much time to warm up in this game. Great shot from Max, and now the Thunder up 6-0.
Yeah, not sure how she was able to get through there, but because that was 3 defenders on Max on that play. But as you said, just able to battle through the contact there and bury that one. So for a 6-0 Thunder lead right now.
11, Hannah Max. Hannah Max, unassisted.
Ball played downfield. It'll be picked up by Ellis now. Playing into the center field, looking for Fatum. Fatum with the shot, but that's knocked down and then headed, and that'll go in as well. A quick strike back-to-back for the Thunder. 7-0 now.
Offside, no goal.
Oh, it was offside, so we will not have a goal here, actually. Surprising the whistle came maybe a little late there, but as it looked like we had some sort of celebration by the Thunder after this win in, but it will be offsides and no goal, as I believe that was Jen Corella who will be offsides there on that play. So it'll remain 6-0 for the Thunder, as that play is waved offside, but they're right back on the offensive, looking to put another one in net. The ball played in. And now it's Moreno with the ball. Moreno looking to move it upfield, does so. Then played once again, but looking for her attacker, but that'll go off of a Wheaton, go off of the Thunder and out of play.
North Park, number 27, Yesenia Viveros.
Viveros now will enter the game, taking out Gordon. The Vikings will look to throw this one in. Knocked down. Now it's Moreno playing it back to, but then stripped by Ellis. And now Jen Corella with the ball. Stops, turns back, trying to play it to the middle, but can't quite find, but then stepping up is Ellis taking the ball. Now the shot goes in, straight to the keeper. Easily handled there. First save of the game for the keeper of the Vikings. And that'll be Moreno playing it back. Down the sideline, headed into the air, stepping up for it, then playing up to Ellis. Played towards center field for Jen Corella. Jen Corella now on the ball. To the sideline. Another whistle here, however, and that'll be a turnover on the Thunder.
Yeah, a couple of offsides in the past few minutes. Wheaton getting a little too excited to add to their goal tally here. I think they've been frustrated a couple times and they want to keep going, especially getting maybe Sarah Giancarella a goal here on senior night.
Ball crossed into the middle for Fatum. Fatum with time tries to find her teammate there, but it'll just roll through for an easy save. Ball punted downfield once again down this sideline and then headed out of play. Thunder will have an opportunity to go back on offense.
Into the game for Wheaton, number 30, McKenna Gully.
All right, Matthias, you got that one.
So you do indeed have
You got that one.
McKenna Gully coming into this game, taking out Tomic.
Yeah, and Tomic coming out maybe symbolically showing that this game right now, Felski is just going to try and work it around, try and get players involved that haven't seen a lot of time this season. Wheaton up 6-0 right now, so surely a great time for Felski to test out a lot of his players.
Yep, Jen Corella to Max, who plays it in. Ball's taken away. I think we have another whistle here for another offsides. Third offsides in the last 10 minutes now for the Thunder.
And it looks like we both missed the substitution there. That was number 23, Carly Sealand, into the game. I don't remember when she came in, but that was her on the ball getting some minutes today.
Jen Corella battling with Soria. It'll go back to Manila for the Vikings. Played across for Sealand. Sealand, the shot, hits the side of the goal.
In the game for Wheaton, number 10, Molly Thorne.
Thorne entering the game now. We'll have another goal kick for the Vikings, as Ellis will exit the game for the Thunder. Sent directly to Fatum there. And then it's Nishiyama picking up the ball. Nishiyama now. Down the sideline and stepping in, passing it into Max, and then towards the center of the field, but a bunch of defenders for the Vikings swarming around that ball are able to take it away and play it safely away. It's Moreno now with the ball. He's kind of been quarterbacking a lot of the transitional plays that we've seen from North Park so far in this game. Her and Wernbo have been big parts of their transitions so far. Ball goes to Nishiyama. Into Rudin. Back to Nishiyama. To Fatum. Fatum now. Stepping by her defender. Has space. Passes it in to Rudin. Rudin. Cross field for Sealand. Sealand. Knocks it down. Cuts towards the center. Cleared. Deflected, however, by the Viking defender. And then now Rudin looking to pressure this ball, try to force another turnover. It's Moreno bringing the ball up. Moreno, nice run here, able to bring it all the way down into the Wheaton end. Pressuring the ball now is Vasquez, but can't quite take it away. It goes to Max. Max with the one touch. And then played down the sideline for Jen Corella. Jen Corella, however, has the ball taken away by Bennett, but then takes it away from her and takes it for Thorne. Thorne with a great opportunity. The shot deflected off the post and in the net, as that is Thorne adding the 7th tally for the Thunder.
Yeah, Molly Thorne, a player that is a starter for this team, but also a freshman, so Felski comfortable giving her minutes right now. She's going to get this ball in the middle after a really great play on the left-hand side here. Look at this touch. Just getting it right in here, and then there's no way she's going to miss that, burying it into the goal. And it's always fun to see a goal at Joe Bean where it hits the lower end of the outside of the field and just kind of bounces out of the goal, just showing kind of how hard that shot was. So Molly Thorne, despite being in a good position, just leaving nothing to chance, blasting it in, and now 7-0 Wheaton.
Yeah, it's my mistake there. It looked like it maybe went off the post because of that, the quick bounce that took out of the net, but that is indeed the lower portion of the stadium, just making that ball bounce directly out as the Thunder look to go right back on offense, but that pass is a little too far for Sealand, and it'll roll out of play. So we're now at a 7-0 Wheaton Thunder lead with 17 minutes to play in this second half of the final regular season game. Final game before the Thunder will enter the playoffs with what we assume to be a perfect conference record. Vasquez now with the ball, swarmed by 3 Wheaton attackers actually. Max now passing into Thorne, the recent goal scorer. Thorne to Nishiyama. Nishiyama over to Sealand. Sealand now stepping towards the center of the Viking zone. Played across now. And stepping through, hard touch, but is able to salvage that play and then play it through with a shot. That also goes in, and it is now 8-0 Thunder. The Thunder are now pouring the goals on in this second half.
And that is just really great to see. Their number 8, Taylor Rudin, scoring the goal.
North Park, number 13,
on the replay right here. getting in a little bit of a pocket of space, and she recognizes she's got time. She's going to bury it in the lower right-hand corner of the goal right now, and that's awesome to see her score. She's typically a defensive midfielder, doesn't get too involved in the attacks. She's really great at breaking plays up and keeping possession, but right there, recognizing a chance and then keeping her composure. Now 8-0 Wheaton.
Yep, number 8 putting in the 8th goal for the Thunder. And yeah, after facing a little bit of frustration in the first half with the Vikings being able to make some good defensive plays, they've just been able to break through for whatever reason in the second half and put up 6 now.
Thunder goal, her first of the year for number
in the
8,
second
Taylor
half alone.
Rudin.
An impressive
Rudin the goal, the assist,
offensive
number 30, McKenna
burst
Gully.
here
Rudin from Gully.
for the Thunder. Is now Gully who's controlling the ball, and it goes to Max, center field. A little too far there for Sealand. Now Nishiyama will take it and play it up to Max. Max has a goal on the game tonight, looking for her second. It's Fatum now. We'll play it to Max, and the one-touch pass, the shot knocked down, and Soria punts it to safety. That's goalie now. Playing it to Jen Corella. Jen Corella, 2 nice moves by 2 defenders. Nice plays here by Jen Corella. Tries to feed it through, but can't. It gets knocked down. But pressuring number 28, Stay. We'll go out of play for a throw-in. Thrown into Rudin. But miscommunication there, and as he touched it back to
Vikings number 6, Moa Thompson.
On the sideline, and he'll just roll out of play. Number 6, Thompson, will come into the game now. Taking out Viveros for the Vikings. Now a long throw in for North Park. And now nice offensive turn here for the Vikings as they're rushing downfield. Hard touch though, and nice coming back for the Thunder, but this is some offensive zone time for the Vikings, but that'll roll out of play. Vikings with a few good offensive rushes so far this half. Play down the sidelines, trying for Jen Corella, but it looks like that deflected out off of a North Park player. Thunder take a quick throw in, and it'll go to Max at center field. We'll move it up to Thorne, then a nice one-touch from Thorne back to Max, and then played ahead to Jen Corella. Nice, beautiful play there, but it will be offsides.
Offside.
That's unfortunate because that was a nice little 1-2 give and go there by the Thunder.
Yeah, a lot of players as well ready to go. I saw Sealand sprinting out, laying in that right wing position. That was a really amped charge there from Wheaton, and those are the worst ones to get called back for offside, so understandably frustrated for this Wheaton team, despite already being up 8-0 in this game, that one would be called back.
Yep, as it's now Wernbo with the ball on the side for North Park. Throw-in goes to Soria. Soria trips up Jen Corella, and that'll go for a free kick for the Thunder. So with 8 goals put up by the Thunder, what are you looking for, do you think, in just these final 13 minutes, Don, do you think you'd like to see the Thunder, actually as we get back into this play, because the Thunder have a chance to maybe put up a 9th here as it's played into the center, wide open there, and it is put in by number 22, Fatum, for a 9th goal in this game.
Oh, it's a good thing you cut away from asking me that question. Fatum just coming out of nowhere. She's been hunting for a goal this whole game, and then she's going to bury that one. A really nice finish, keeping her composure as well. Great cross in there from Molly Thorne. Carly Fatum is just going to blast it. Look at that. No chance from any goalkeeper. A lot of power behind that shot. And 9-0 now for Wheaton. And to answer your question, John Mark, at this point I really just want to see Sarah Jen Corella score a goal. She's been absolutely the hardest worker on both sides of the field today. It's her senior night. She's been doing so well. Just get a goal.
Yeah, I would agree. I would echo that sentiment for sure as we're at a 9-0 game. So try to get some key players, some hard workers in, get them on the scoreboard, I think would be huge for the Thunder going in to the playoffs. So we'll see if that dream can be realized as we get back into play. Hit up by Wernbo to Moreno. And then scooped up by Lee. Lee now with the ball. Rolls the ball to Gully. And then taken away by Wernbo. Nice defensive play there and deflects in the direction of Moreno. Moreno racing for that ball but can't quite get there in time. That'll be out of play on the Thunder. Vikings looking to get a quick throw in, will do so. And played now, and that'll also roll out of play. Jen Corella trying to get to that ball, but can't quite get there. This will be a Thunder throw in, however. Able to weather that brief set of offensive zone time for North Park. McNally now playing a long ball downfield. That'll just roll straight through for the goalkeeper to send this one back to center field.
I think it's important to note Wheaton has moved to a 4 at the back, which really we haven't seen at all this season from them, switching it up right now.
Yeah, and this 4-back will maybe help defend this play as it's Moreno now with the ball. This is probably some of the most extended zone time we've seen from the Vikings so far. But that'll roll out a play off of the Viking player. Was able to find it again. Battling there with the ball with Jen Corella. So we enter sub 10-minute period of this game. 9-0 Wheaton Thunder. Able to put up 7 goals so far in this second half. After facing some frustration in the first half, only able to put up 2. Throw in, getting set up for the Thunder. Down the sideline looking for Jen Corella, but it'll go to Soria. And then Wernbo now with the ball. Wernbo plays it down the sideline. Then a pass in the direction of Vasquez, but just couldn't get there in time. And it'll go to Gonzalez. Booted ahead in the direction of Wernbo. Now Moreno with the ball. Moreno stops, turns. Once again, turns the opposite direction, plays into Wernbo. Just too far for Wernbo. That'll get played high in the air to Max, who shoulders away her defender and starts to look upfield. Thorne now with the ball. Finds Sealand wide open. Sealand and Fatum now on this close side. Sealand trying to go with the no-look pass there, but it's taken away by number 10, Vasquez. Goes back to Fatum. Fatum now finds Sealand. Sealand, nice little move there. Gets by her defender, by another defender. Almost is able to convert that into a shot, but the third defender stops that rush. But those were 2 nice little tip by her defender twice in a row. Good work there. Goes to Nishiyama now. Nishiyama to Sealand. To Fatum. Touches back to Sealand. Look to send this one in the box. Fakes the send, and that'll definitely be a foul there as she is tripped up close to the box. And we'll have a good opportunity for the Thunder here.
I'm really liking the aggression out wide from Carly Sealand. She earlier had that one nifty move to get in the middle. And right there getting taken down to win her team a free kick. Certainly should do well to elevate her and Coach Velsky's standing. She's had a pretty good showing in the limited minutes she's had today.
This is Nishiyama preparing to take this free kick. Gets it past the box and straight through. Botted up into the air and then kicked down in the direction of Fatum. Looking back to get it to Wheaton. The Vikings able to weather that storm, and no A+ scoring chance for the Thunder off of that play. Play down the sideline out of range of Jen Corella. That'll roll out a play for a Viking throw-in.
Returning for the Vikings, number 27, Yesenia Viveros.
Viveros will enter the game once again, taking off Vasquez.
Ice in your mouth? No, with the pizza in his mouth.
Throwing is taken. 3 Thunder attackers and 3 North Park defenders in the area. Jen Corella just running all over this field right now, pressuring every player who has the ball. Just very active for sure.
All right. Give me a piece. Give me a piece. Give me a piece, AJ.
Quick throw in taken by the Thunder, down. And then booted high into the air, trying to find Thorne perhaps, and it'll go to Fatum. Fatum cuts towards the middle, finds Sealand. Sealand with a shot, but that's easily handled there.
Tough shot there, tough angle. Not really going to get too much power on that, and the goalkeeper had the angle covered.
Nishiyama played for Sealand. Sealand now rushing to try to get the ball with Gonzalez. Played ahead, deflected by Fatum, and it'll go back to Sealand. Nishiyama now plays it to Max. Max has 1 goal on the night thus far, plays it to Jen Corella. Jen Corella with the step up with the shot just over the net and out of play.
Well, nice try there. She's going to lean back a little bit too much. It was kind of hard to get across, and the ball was wobbling a little bit. You're going to see right there, good touch, but so close for Jen Corella. She's really trying to get this goal here on senior night.
Exactly, a good opportunity there to try to get on the scoreboard. Stay will send this ball directly to Sealand. And now it's Thorne. He's able to reach the ball and try to play it through the box, but nice defensive play. And now it's Sealand playing it to Nishiyama, who takes a shot in. Ducking out of the way is Max. Then played up to Moreno. Moreno tries to touch it past number 24, Ashley. This one will just be out of range, and that'll roll out of play for a Viking throw-in. So we enter the final 3 minutes of play in this one. Should be a statement win for the Thunder heading into which hopefully is a long playoff run. Ball taken by Jen Corella, then subsequently taken from her, but then regained. And that is just touched a little too far, but actually I believe it'll be off of the Vikings there. Go for Thunder corner. It's Rudin touching it quickly. Deflected out of play once again. Throw in from Rudin. Goes to Thorne. Thorne now playing it into the box. Easily dealt with. Ball played. Bouncer. Headed down by the Thunder. We have a whistle here. Looks to be on the Thunder. That'll be a free kick for North Park. Gordon will look to take this kick. Sent into the Wheaton zone. High in the air for Soria. Soria can't quite knock it down adequately enough. That'll go to Max, and now McNally. McNally plays it to Fatum. Fatum to Sealand. Sealand, nice little fake steps towards the middle. Touches it in to Fatum. Fatum has Sealand in the middle. Has the ball, will play it to Max. Mallet, Max. To the center for Rudin. Ashley. Down the sideline to goalie. Tries to play it in the box, but that'll go right to stay. And she'll send it out of the box directly back to McNally. McNally now, shot from way downtown. Little ambitious there, and that'll go wide left.
McNally coming back in to this second half as a center back. Really long range effort trying to replicate, I think, Carney Blake's goal earlier in the game.
Headed up by Wheaton. That'll roll for Gully here. Knocked out a play off of her, however. We'll have a throw in as we are now in the final minute of play here. This will be in the Wheaton offensive zone. As the Vikings putting on some last-second offensive pressure, trying to get on the board as they send it into the box, and it's Lee having to make a stop there. For the first time, I believe Lee getting involved in an actual shot.
Now we'll see here on the replay, it's a really good opportunity here from North Park. That's a nice ball sent in. But Madison Lee, an aggressive goalkeeper, she's going to come out and snag it.
Yep, and the Thunder will cap this regular season off with a win. As is Jen Corella, playing it ahead just too far for Thorne. Stepping up now, McNally.
10, 9.
McNally back to Nishiyama.
8, 7, 6, 5.
Now to Fatum.
4,
Perhaps one last
3,
shot.
2, 1, 0.
Will not be the case as that ends this game. 9-0 final. Wheaton Thunder defeating the North Park Vikings off of 7 big goals, big offensive burst in this second half, as a number of players getting on the board, including a hat-trick for Isabel Oliver.
Yeah, Wheaton, a dominant performance here, and we will get a presentation here of the regular season CCIW title here for Wheaton, of which they've won several in the past couple of years, going undefeated this year in the CCIW, 8-0, and all around just great performances in every game that they've played. And certainly they deserve this award. They've fought very hard for every single win throughout the entire season, and it's definitely going to be a really great reward this Saturday night here at Joe Bean Stadium to see that accolade and see that presentation here.
Yes, for sure, as we prepare to see the trophy get handed over to the undefeated conference champion Wheaton Thunder. The Vikings will begin to exit the stadium. Just looking forward a little bit for the Thunder, obviously 8-0 in the regular season and conference championship is huge, but just what the expectations are for the Thunder going in with as conference champions, I think that puts a lot of pressure on them and to perform in the playoffs going forward.
Yeah, and last season we saw they went undefeated as well, and they didn't end up winning the tournament. They lost to Illinois Wesleyan on penalty kicks. So despite being undefeated in the season, playing very well, it's not a guaranteed win in the end. So absolutely, I think you're right, that added pressure, could it have some sort of an impact on the way that the rest of this playoff season goes? But overall, again, Wheaton 9-0 tonight, a dominant performance. And in this game, I'm really happy that a lot of players got to go in and play under the lights here in front of the fans at Joe Bean Stadium. You know, I think that they were able to do that because of the way that the game script played out, but everyone played hard, everyone gave it their all, and after all, it is senior night here, honoring those seniors at Joe Bean, and yeah.
Yes, indeed, as players line up and face towards the crowd.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we direct your attention to the center of the
we will
field
now send you down to the field for the trophy presentation.
At this time we ask Wheaton's captains to step forward and receive the championship trophy. The Thunder won the CCIW regular season title with a record of 8-0 in conference play and 16-1-1 overall. Congratulations to Wheaton College, the 2019 CCIW Women's Soccer Champions. Wheaton will be back in action here at Joe Bean Stadium on Wednesday night. The Thunder will host a semifinal match of the CCIW tournament that will begin at 7 o'clock against either Carthage or Augustana.